Hi, this is Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors, and welcome back to my channel. And welcome to week 2 of Roxy's weekly challenge rehash. We're looking at Roxy's weekly challenges for 2023, currently on week 2, and we are looking at creating a large pocket from one book page with raised flowers. So for this project, this was a really simple one again, and literally Roxy took a book page, she folded down this front section here and glued it down to reinforce that section, and then folded the book page over here like so, to give you a pocket. Roxy attached the sides with a no staple staple. So there was no staples, but it actually just pierces through, if you like, and does an indent and keeps the pages together. But basically the kind of premise is that you create a book page here. And she did it in a couple of different ways. She did it so that you had a book page here with a pocket in the front, which we've got here, and she just did some collage in behind and did a raised flower as kind of like the added interest, so that when you pop something in your pocket, you're still seeing that raised flower. Some of them she did like this, so that they would be attached to your journal. You could attach it in a number of different ways. Down the one side and across the bottom to give you a text spot, down both sides across the bottom to give you a top pocket, across here to give you a side pocket. And the other thing she did was, with some of them, she created them so that they could be just bits that popped into a pocket, so like that. And then you had a writing spot or a journal spot on the back of that, so it would literally be a piece just to pop in your pocket there. So really, again, a really simple concept, and Rachel does her videos to see how many of these she can make in 40 minutes, and she whizzes through them, and they always look fabulous. So my kind of idea with this challenge is to see how I can kind of rehash it a little bit. So, kind of change it up a little bit, shake it up a little bit, even something like that. That's the idea. So taking basically what Rachel has put together and looking to see how I can kind of alter it a little bit, I suppose. That's the idea. So I am going to use this instead of book page, and same principle. I'm just cutting off some of the edges. I have a new decal edge cutter, which I love. So everything's getting a decal edge at the moment. It's a little bit noisy. Everything is getting one of those edges. So, same principle, we end up with our book page, if you like, same principle. And as with Rachel, we're going to fold these over. And you can fold them over as big or as small as you want. And I'm literally just folding these two over like this. And I am going to, I think, create something just the same principle, but I'm just going to add a little bit of something different, I suppose. So I am not going to use a no staple thingy, because I don't have one. So I am going to glue my edges. If I can get the glue to work. Like so. So I've got my two pockets. that. On the back of Rachel's, she put a text spot, not a text spot, sorry, a writing spot, as I said, on a couple of the backs of hers, which was fab. I am going to do my typical, my usual even, and I am going to create a little notebook that's going to go on the back of these. So let's just measure this up. So I don't want it the full size, so I'm going to go 12 centimetres by 12 should be okay. Let's just pop those there a moment. I'm going to decal them again. Sorry about the noise, because it is really, really noisy. I'll go just a little bit more than 12 because I want to cut them down to 12. And then down to 12 again. So again, just over. So we've got 12 and 12. I am just going to quickly put a stitch in this and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so my sewing machine doesn't want to play today. And it's just started to buckle over everything, which isn't fun, but hey ho. So we are going to ignore that. And do you know what? I'm going to add a little bit of interest to hide that. These are some of the Tim Holtz snippet pieces. And I love doing these as a frame around a tag, on the outside of a tag. I first saw Corey from Creating with Scraps do that, and it is one of my favourite things to do now. So I'm just going to add these on the top because I think, even though it doesn't necessarily go, I think it does definitely add just a little bit of interest, and it breaks up the, or it takes away the eyesore of the stitching being a little bit off. So just like that. I don't like that actually, I think that looks really good. And I am going to glue that onto the back of my pocket. So we're still going with what Rachel's done at the moment. We've got our pocket. Okay, we're not using a book page, but you can use a book page to do that. We've got our pocket. Instead of doing a text spot, I keep calling them a text spot, a writing spot, journal spot on the back, instead of doing that, we are creating a little notebook on the back of that. And I'm really liking how that looks already. I love that. Easily pleased. Easily pleased. And then on the front, what I'm going to do, we're still going to have our raised piece. What Rachel did with hers is she got her flower pictures or whatever it was she was working with, and she backed those onto some paper to make it stronger and reinforced a little bit, and just popped those on the bottom section of her pocket. I'm going to do the same, but I am going to use some of the Tim Holt the photo booth. Are they the photo booth ones? Now I don't know what this is going to look like. I've also got some word stuff here, so I could use some of that as well. I could use some of that, and let's get some of these bigger ones. and see what we come up with. Now, I don't want anything that big, obviously, because that is going to look ridiculous. The next size up is something like that. And do I have... Oh, they're the same. Strange. I'm looking to see if I have something with couples on that would kind of go with the forever theme. I don't know if I'm going to get away with that. Don't want to spend too much time looking for it either. So I could, instead of looking to do 2 on this one, because it's I'm using this, which is a bigger piece, I think I'll get away with just using one of these. So we're going to have forever, we're going to have this on here, and we're going to pop that on there, so that is going to be our pocket topper, if you like. So let's just glue this on here first of all. I don't really want to miss the forever wording. So that will be going on that one there. And for this one here, I think we'll go with a smaller one. We'll go with something like that. So don't forget, we're not copying Rachel. We're kind of taking inspiration from her idea and then using that as our starting point and seeing how much fun we can have playing with that to come up with something a little different. So that will be there, that will be there. Let's just pop these away. Otherwise they'll find themselves in the recycling, which wouldn't be a good look. And then perhaps we've got some bits here that we can add on these, just again to add a little bit of interest. So that's going to go on there like that. And I always go for the same ones here, so I always run out of them first because obviously I use them more. And again, it's just to add that little bit extra. You could even stamp them if you wanted to. I'm going to take the corners off of these. Let's just make sure I'm going to be able to do that without losing too much of this. Let's get the other one out. This is the thing about making it up as you go along, is that you can never fully prepare. Okay, so that's there, and I'm going to do the same with this one. Oh gosh. So our one here, we've got a notebook on the back, and I'm going to pop these on here. Like that. And if you want to ink these, then yeah, just carry on. And then on this one, I haven't done a pocket on the back. Do you know what? I'm absolutely just brain fogged at the moment. All I can think of is pockets and text. So I'm not going to do it on the back because there's loads of just writing space on here, and it'll keep it a slightly thinner profile for your journals if you want to make smaller versions. And with this one here, I'm going to again glue this on. Now I did, after the last video, have one of the one of my YouTube followers, Sally, say about the kind of challenges on, and she created a different version of what I'd created, which was a different version of what Rachel had created. So that is an absolutely fabulous idea, and I love the challenge is on. Yeah, I love that whole idea. So if you are wanting to have a go, then let's see what else you can come up with that is different to what I've come up with here. Lots of other options for this one here. I don't really want to put any, I don't want to overkill it, but some of these things I think just add a little bit of interest. Some of them do definitely overkill. So yeah, okay. So again, the same principle as Rachel did. We've got a pocket. You can make it out of your book page. I've made it out of just a printed collage page. So we've got our pocket in here. So this still stands up above anything that you decide to put in that pocket. Let's get something smaller that we can see. So we can pop some little bits and pieces in here. To give us our pocket, and you're still seeing the design on the front. So I'm not gonna, I could, do you know what, already I'm thinking let's stamp this, let's stamp that, let's do a little bit of this, let's do a little bit of that. I wasn't going to, but I am going to. I think I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. So just again to add a tiny bit more interest. Let's get some ink out. I'm going to have to open an ink because I think mine ran out. So I think I'm gonna add a little signature there, and I'm gonna do the same on this side just because I like the signature. And then I think I'm gonna use I think I might use that big one there. Pop that there. So just, as I said, it gives a little bit of extra interest if you really wanted to. See, I can't stop once I start, which is never a good look. I can't see if they're upside down, the right way around. Let's pop that on there. Yep, that's right. So I could pop that up there, and that up there. And I am going to stop there because I could stamp forever. I've suddenly found that I like stamping, never used to, but I suddenly found that I do actually really like stamping. So I have a tendency of not knowing when to stop. But yeah, those are two of the pockets based on Rachel's version from Roxy Weekly Challenge 2023 Week 2. And I have just dressed them up a little bit by adding some little funky bits and pieces here and putting a little notebook on the back of one, leaving the other one with a writing spot, but you could just as easily add a pocket or a tuck spot or a belly band. Loads of different options with that. Nice little vellum pocket would be pretty cool across that. But yeah, again, you can add those to your journal. This one here would go inside as a pocket, or it could just be pinned onto the journal page because you'd want to lose that. And with this one here, I would attach that to my journal down at this side here, across this side here, and give myself a nice large tuck spot. So that's my rehash take of Roxy's weekly challenge. I would love to know what you think in the comment section below, but I would even more so love to see your adaptation of my take. So please, 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 if you would like to play along, I would love to see them. You can put your photos in the Junk Journal Ideas and Inspirations Facebook page. We would love to see them, and yeah, I'll leave it there. So I'll say, as always, stay safe, be well, and I will catch you in the next video. Until then, bye for now.